Hey guys, it's Chris Aldani coming at you from Empire's Comics Vault located here in Sacramento, California. I got a new video series for you guys called Ongoing Titles. We're going to be talking about comic book news, comic book movie news, comic books, speculation, and all the rumors that are buzzing about on the internet and in the comic book shops. Hello guys, my name is Chris. I do a show called Ongoing Titles, and you're watching it right now. This week we have a special guest. His name's Patrick Clarke.
Hey.
We're going to be talking about news. We're going to be talking about comic books. It's going to be great. So let's talk about news. Miss Marvel. We have a new Miss Marvel. She's Muslim. What do you think?
Well, the new Green Lantern is Muslim, so, I mean, you know, everybody, I guess superheroes can be Muslims now.
True.
Yeah.
Social media's been picking it up. There's been a firestorm.
Firestorm of, like, goodness or
I think more it's been goodness.
Oh, good.
I'm glad to see that.
Oh, good. I'm also kind of happy to see that. I mean, a Muslim woman could be anything, including, you know, one of the most powerful female superheroes in the world.
Okay, so what was her original powers? Because now her powers are shape-shifting.
I don't know.
She's a shapeshifter.
As I recall, this is from like way back in the day. But this is from way back in the day when she was Miss Marvel. As I recall, her powers were flight, super strength, a degree of invulnerability, and she could also absorb and then transmit energy and radiation. So,
okay.
So she kind of had like a firestorm thing going on, but she can like transmute things. But I'm not really quite sure what her powers are now. I mean, I read that Avengers trade by Warren Ellis where she was in it, and I gotta say her powers were kind of ambiguous. I mean, it looked like she kind of had like this Kree armor thing going on, and
right.
Like, but she also had like this. You also still had the flight, the strength, and the invulnerability. But I'm not really sure what else she has besides that. I mean, it sounds pretty stock, all things considered.
Okay, cool. Okay, so Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel's series is ending, and she is now on the Guardians of the Galaxy along with Venom.
I had not heard this. I hadn't heard this until today. I guess I'm kind of excited because Venom's title is getting canceled. Yeah. After like what was this? Like I think they're on issue like 41 or 42.
Yeah,
right
I think
now.
It's been about 2.5 years, starting with Remender.
Yeah.
So it's ending. He's a symbiote, so it makes sense. Captain Marvel, she's super spacey. Her suit, whatever.
Okay.
Cool. Okay, now Barry Allen, the Flash, showing up on next week's Arrow.
He like this week's Arrow or next week's Arrow?
I think next week's Arrow.
Okay.
Either this week or next week's, but it's happening.
Okay.
But then also he's getting his own show.
Oh, I see. Are they just saying he's getting his own show? Because I remember when Aquaman was supposed to be getting his own show and even got a pilot, but nothing ever came of that.
We've seen things. We've seen the Wonder Woman pilot.
Yeah.
We've seen.
Well, the Wonder Woman pilot was canceled for good reason.
It was awful. Yes.
If only they had like managed to strike a right balance between the humor and the action. I mean, if they had done that, they would have had like a fucking dynamite on their hands. But
So what we've heard is that Barry Allen, the Flash, is getting his own series. We've heard that iZombie's going to be getting her own series.
What?
That's what I heard.
What?
And Hourman.
What?
Yes. So
I mean, I kind of buy iZombie and the Flash more than Hourman. Really, Hourman's kind of like a second-tier character at best.
He's an old character.
He is.
I don't think anyone would know.
I'm kind of excited to see Hourman getting his own series, but I would prefer like a Captain Midnight or a. Or what's another old
Sandman?
golden oldie? Like an old Sandman, like old Sandman with like the gas gun and the gas mask.
That'd be amazing.
Or Hawkman. I would like to see Hawkman get his own
It'd be
series.
cool to see Hawkman.
That'd be pretty cool.
Well,
I mean, considering what they can do with them now, what they can do with special effects nowadays.
CW wants to make their superheroes teens, though.
Yes, they do.
They want to make them super young, super attractive. I like to see an old Jay Garrick or an old Sandman. I think that'd be great.
I think it'd be cool if in the new Flash show they have Barry Allen be mentored by Jay Garrick because
that'd be amazing.
Because in the comics, like Barry Allen took direct inspiration from Jay Garrick when he was like thinking up his costume and designing like what kind of hero he was going to be.
Right. Yeah, definitely. Okay, well, that's our news. A short news week, slow news week. Let's get on to the comics. Pat is here because he read three more comics than I did.
I actually read a little bit more, but I forgot what I read.
Okay, so that means they weren't important. What he's going to be sharing, what he is going to be sharing is his important comic books. So take it away.
Okay, well, I read Young Avengers number 12 this week. I really enjoyed it. Let's see, something you said before we began the show. The spoilery, the better.
Spoiler.
Okay.
Spoil it.
Well, throughout the Young Avengers series, at least the issues with Loki, Loki has been tormented by a this sort of like after image of like the Loki he used to be before he kind of like imprisoned that Loki within like a shadow realm where he had imprisoned like the older. It's kind of confusing, but like basically this thing that Loki thinks is his conscience keeps popping up and sort of like second guessing him and saying what you're doing is evil. You're kind of like slipping back into old habits. You said you weren't going to do this anymore. Blah 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 blah. But anyway, it's revealed in this issue that this like sort of conscience that Loki has been listening to all this time is actually Leah, and Leah has been projecting like I guess like her mental image of what she thinks Loki should be, like forward in time from where Loki had stranded her in the time of the dinosaurs, and she's been using that to whisper into his ear and undermine his confidence in himself. The reason being that because Loki is basically like he's a god, and so he has powers over reality and whatnot. By undermining him, Leah has been sort of like having his power.
Okay.
And also in this issue they were getting ready to fight the mother parasite and all that kind of stuff. But that was the big revelation in this issue, and I was kind of flabbergasted about this. I'm like, say what?
Yeah.
Are you just like I kind of like thought to myself for a second, are you just screwing with Loki, just like screw with his confidence at that particular second, or have you actually been screwing with Loki this entire time? Because I wouldn't put it past Leah to do either, because she's kind of manipulative like that.
Yes, Young Avengers also ending soon.
So good. But I'm devastated to hear that. I cannot believe that Young
Kieran Gillen, Jamie McKelvey. I love Jamie McKelvey.
Oh, he's so good.
He's so good.
He's great. And his art style is perfect for this type of series. It's fresh. It's dynamic. It's fresh.
Young.
It's dynamic. It's extremely varied. I don't want to say varied in terms of style, but varied in terms of like the pace. Like the pace of the issue, and just like how psychedelic he can make things, because he can make things really psychedelic.
He's awesome.
And that works well for this particular series and where Kieran Gillen was taking it.
Perfect. Let's do it on the next one. Do you
want to do this one?
You want to do that one. We'll do it after this one.
Okay. Atomic Robo. This I really like this one. Atomic Robo, I really like this one. I have liked it ever since I picked up ever since I saw a zero issue of it for sale on a free comic book day. Those many years ago. I think it was like 2006, 2007 or something.
You're old.
I was fascinated by it. I was fascinated by it. I still am. It's full of humor. It's full of light and wonder. It's pulpy goodness told in a 21st century style, and it's really great. For this particular issue, not really a whole lot to spoil. In the last issue, Atomic Robo and the fighting scientists of Tesladine took apart Dr. Dinosaur's time bomb, which he was going to use to blow up the past 65 million years to ensure that dinosaurs were ascendant and took the place of humans in the natural order of things. In this issue, Dr. Dinosaur is trying to put it back together with the help of these rock men that he has somehow enslaved, with the help of this giant crystal he wears on his head. But these rock men are, shall we say, less than intelligent for his purposes, and keep eating this vital components. And while that's happening, the scientists have been taken in by this rival tribe of rock people that are sort of fighting against Dr. Dinosaur's tribe of rock people, and they've been given these hallucinogenic gems that allow them to see where where they came from, where these crystals that's created this entire subterranean world is coming from. And while everybody else is doing that, Atomic Robo is fighting this giant rock creature with mixed results. And doing so with his trademark wit and one-liners and whatnot, and he's part of the reason why I read this series is because Atomic Robo, while he's fighting, just fires off these quippy one-liners. It's just funny, but it's better than it sounds kind of like Spider-Man in that respect, but it's so much better because it's funny. I can't really describe it any other way.
Cool.
Yeah.
Atomic Robo. What issue is that?
This is number 3, and this is number 3 of 5, and this is volume 8.
It's been going for a long time.
Oh yeah, my particular favorite has been The Dogs of War. That's volume 2, and that's kind of a funny one because it's Atomic Robo and during World War II, and he's fighting against this Nazi scientist that's giving Hitler these crazy weapons that have no business being in World War II, like walking mechs and whatnot. And he's assisted by this bald Scotsman that speaks in this unintelligible brogue, and one of the main like sources for humor in that particular series is Atomic Robo and Atomic Robo and Scotty, as he's called, just sort of like conversing with each other. And Atomic Robo is constantly saying, "Are you even speaking English? Do you even know what English sounds like?"
Nice.
But it's just funny because like Atomic Robo is very much invincible, and so is Scotty in that sort of action hero type of way. But yeah, it's quite good.
Atomic Robo.
Atomic Robo, great. 5 stars. 5 stars out of 5. And then this one, I know most of you are probably going to be picking this one. This is Harley Quinn #0, and as well, you should be picking up Harley Quinn #0 because it's adorable. It's adorbs.
Harley Quinn is amazing.
It's great. It's great. We can both agree on this. This particular issue has like absolutely nothing to do with the rest of the series. They've said it. They said it before, and they said it again after this issue was put out. This issue has nothing to do with the rest of the series, so it's basically just given a license to do whatever the hell they wanted for this issue, and they did. If you can see on the, I guess this would be the left side to you, right side to me. You can see that this is the names of all the artists that got to do this issue, and it's basically just every every couple of pages they changed an artist. So they got some great
Bruce
great people.
Timm,
Bruce
Jim
Timm,
Lee,
Jim Lee,
Cook.
Darwin Cook, Amanda Connor, all over the place, and it's just, and because this issue has like no bearing on the rest of the series, it gave them license to break the fourth wall, to criticize people's art style. It was just it was a fun issue to read, and there's pretty much nothing I can possibly spoil about this because it's just Harley Quinn and her writers just poking fun at anything they want to and everything.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's good
Harley
stuff.
Quinn #0.
Pick it up while you still can.
Yeah. There are plenty of copies here on the shelves at Empire's Comics Vault. 1120 Fulton Avenue, Sweet K. Gotta get the plug-in.
Yep.
Okay, finally, Sean Murphy, Scott Snyder, The Wake, #5. This is the last. Finally. This is the last we're gonna see of The Wake until February, which I'm very, very sad about.
I can kind of understand it considering Scott Snyder's been a stretch of his own with all this 0 Year or whatnot.
0 Year, Superman Unchained, The Wake, American Vampire, the guy.
We're not gonna see American Vampire anytime soon. No, let's not.
That's true. The guy is a new Jeff Johns.
Yeah.
If we're being honest with ourselves. Yes. Sean Murphy, Scott Snyder, The Wake. What happens? The big mermaid comes out of the sea. The big monkey sea ape comes out of the sea, tries to destroy Lee, but also takes all the mermaids up to the surface. They want to take over the surface world, above, the land. They want to do it all. Lee tries to stop the big monster. She does, but she dies. Before she dies, she talks to her son. Her son tells her that all over the world, whirlpools have been showing up. It looks like they succeeded. They could not stop the mermaids, mermapes, whatever they are. They're crazy. They're scary. They could not stop them from taking over the land. And now we see that Leeward, our hero at the end of the book, who was also our hero at the beginning of the book, in issue 1, is now going to tell us a story from issues 6 to 10. So look out for it. It's going to be amazing. Sean Murphy, what a freaking monster that guy is on art. It's great. Crazy. And Sean Murphy, I already talked about him. Scott Snyder really knows how to write horror. We saw it in American Vampire. We saw it in Swamp Thing. We're seeing it now in The Wake. He is great at horror. But Lee dies. If you're connected to that character, I'm sorry. She might come back because of Leeward, name connections.
Exactly. It looks disturbingly like Lee, so that's given like rise to speculation that maybe she's an ancestor. Some sort of maybe she's some sort of ancestor. Maybe she's
anything's possible.
Maybe she's a resurrected Lee. Maybe her like son, in like a future time, used some crazy future technology to resurrect Lee from the bottom of the ocean, giving her crazy ocean powers. There's a sonic dolphin. There is a sonic dolphin, and she has like a glider that sort of like just collapses into her back and whatnot.
It's a crazy future. It's nothing like we've seen before. It's all underwater. Wanderworld, Kevin Costner,
it's
Man
a
of Steel.
Much better version of Waterworld, and I love Waterworld.
Waterworld's great.
It is.
The Wake, it's amazing. Go pick it up, guys. This has been Ongoing Titles. I'm Chris. That's Pat. He may come back if you want him. He may not. But if you want him, we'll try to get him back, okay? So have a great week, guys. We love you.
I feel